right. Well, welcome everybody. We're so excited to get things started here tonight. We got some fun stuff planned. But we are going to pop right into this because we are heading over to Amy's kitchen where she is going to do a quick demonstration for us so we can see this new product in action. So take it away, Amy.
Awesome. Thanks, Ellen. So I am so excited. I love popcorn. Who loves popcorn? Yeah, my son is standing here raising his hand. He loves popcorn. So he's so excited because we're going to have some popcorn for later. He's not going to get it tonight. He'll have it tomorrow. But anyway, love popcorn because it's a healthy, nutritious snack. It's whole grain, it has lots of fiber, keeps you fuller longer, and it's low in calories and guilt-free as long as you don't add in some of the extra stuff, right? But this is amazing. So it's our Wow Pop. And if you haven't seen any of the videos, let me just tell you a little bit about it. There are only 3 pieces to it, and it's dishwasher safe. So it does stand up like this. However, you had 0 points on Weight Watchers. It does fold down, all right, like this for storage, which is really awesome. And to flip it out, all right, because this is fun, right? You want to flip it out?
Sure.
All right, come over here. You got to put it there. You go. What else is really cool about this is that so you can use this over and over and over again, right? So you don't want to go out and buy those bags of microwave popcorn because, for one, it's not good for you. Well, that's like the main reason. It is not good for you. Plus, you're spending your money over and over and over again, right? On that kind of popcorn. Where if you just get your own popcorn kernels and your salt, and then you know exactly what is going into your popcorn. So do your customers. So love that for this. Plus, it has this built-in colander for when you are done popping it, and I'm going to be showing you that here in a little bit, but it also has instructions on the inside. All right, so when it comes, it will come nice and flat, all right, like this. That's how it's going to come to you in the mail. And then you just, like my son showed you, pop it out just like that. All right, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and make some popcorn for y'all. So I have yellow, or not yellow, it's white popcorn kernels. And ever since I had Pam's homemade popcorn, I've done the same kind of popcorn as Pam. All right, so I think it's Redenbacher white corn. So anyway, I keep a whole one of those, a whole big jar of that will fit in your oval. Is this oval 3? Yeah, in your oval 3. Okay, which these are on sale right now, which is another awesome thing. And our mini. Okay, so you just fill it up to the 2-ounce line and you just pour it down in there. All right, and you want to make sure that they're kind of spread out, but it kind of does that anyway. So, and then keep this right down in there so you know exactly how long. Now, if you don't have any minis, it does also 1/4 cup. Okay, so you can put your 1/4 cup in your oval as well. Okay, so anyway, you're gonna take your lid and you're gonna line up. So on here, it has the little holes, all right, the little vent, so you know it goes right on top of those holes. And then we're just gonna put it in the microwave. Hopefully my microwave doesn't make my Zoom go wonky. All right, and start it off at 3 minutes. Now I have learned that my microwave, it only takes 2 minutes. So whenever you hear it to stop to pop, all right, so then there's you can count to 3 in between the pops, then stop it, because otherwise you'll burn it and it'll stink and it won't be yummy and you don't want to do that. All right, right? No, he says no. Alex does. All right, so I have my salt shaker already and I have my butter. So I'm going to make this some butter popcorn. And the recipe calls for just 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And then you can, it's popping, can you hear it? But you can put the butter and the salt right inside of the Wow Popper. and flavor it that way. Now, if you wanted to, you could absolutely flavor it however you wish. All right. So, a little helpful tip that I like to do, especially when we have a new product, is print off information. Now, I made a PDF with some information and I'll share that on Champion, all right, for you all. Now it's just the pictures, okay, that were shared by Pam earlier today. And I just put them on one sheet with a PDF. All right, so, and then I printed it off and then you can laminate it or sheet protectors. So you can put them inside the sheet protectors. And what you can also do though, is if you are going to shows, if you have any shows or parties this weekend in home, you can put this in a binder. And so then they can just flip and then see, look at different information. All right. So I'm just going to take this out. What's really nice is that these handles aren't too hot for me. And, all right. So I don't know. I like to shake it a little bit extra, but then we're just going to take this and we're going to shake out kernels if there are any kernels. Oh, there's one. There's two. There's a few. Oh, there they come. What? Good night, honey. Ouch. They're hot. So if they fall out of the bowl, then you need to, don't touch them right away because they're going to be hot. All right. So I'm just going to lift this up and I have my popcorn. And so I'm going to use one of my knives, my butter dish, and this is nice and soft. And on here, it does have the tablespoons, the little lines, those equal tablespoons. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of butter. My butter is extremely soft because we have a wood burner down here and it gets hot. All right, so then we're going to salt it. Now, normally for me, I don't put any butter on it. I just put salt on it. And I'm actually going to put the closed side on the other side so that the seasoning stay in there. All right. Yeah, somebody waiting. Oops. Where'd it go? All right. And you just shake it up. And you have yummy popcorn, buttered popcorn. Now you can eat right out of this and they make it wide enough so that you can eat directly out of your Wow Popper, or you can always put it in our That's a Bowl, all right, that has the seal, and then you can save it for later and that will keep it nice and fresh. All right, I'm so excited for the Wow Popper. I hope you are too, and go out there and sell them.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Amy. How cool is that? Who's excited about that? I'm super excited about it. I earned it as an award. I think a lot of you did as well. And mine hasn't come yet, and I'm super excited. I did see that it shipped, so hopefully it'll get here very soon. All right, so I wanted to give a heads up to Rebecca. We are going to be coming to you next. I'm going to do the recognition really quick, and then we're going to be coming to you, Rebecca. So I see you on the Zoom, but I don't see your face. So I want to give you time to get your camera on and do all of that. So in the meantime, let's just do a little bit of quick recognition. Boy, I'm all tongue-tied tonight. It should be a fun night. Always when I can't talk. All right, let's see here. All right, congratulations, everybody, on closing out week 3 of January. And we have Tamara coming in at 10th. This is personal sales. We have Jessica for 9. Nikki, number 8. Renee, 7. Melissa Kelly, 6. I am number 5, which is exciting. Leslie is 4. Pam Green is number 3. Leslie and Pam Green breaking that $1,000. Bonnie Alexander, 1,300. And Rena coming in at 16, which is congratulations to you, number 1. All right, so unit sellers, this is for managers and higher. We have Angela Neisel, Lisa Shea, Kathy, Dawn, Jenny, Valerie, Debbie, Christy, Pam Green, and Rena coming in at number 1. That's exciting. These are really good 1 week unit sales. My goodness gracious, you are well on your way to hitting your unit numbers. So that's very exciting. Congratulations, everybody, on that. We have team sales. We have Sarah Weaver, Loretta DeCenzo Tiber, Manel Franklin, Nikki Micah, Jessica Gordon, Bonnie Alexander coming in at 5, Amy Gardner at 4, Pat Fraley at 3, myself at number 2, and Pam Cliff PC Chams coming in at number 1. All right, so we have org sales. We have Loretta coming in at number 4, Amy Gardner at 3, Bonnie, and then Par Excellence coming in at number 1. Congrats, Par Excellence. All right, and then personal recruiting, we have Sarah with 1, Rebecca, who we're going to hear from in just a couple minutes, and coming in at 6, Debbie, number 4, Diane Smith, number 4, Debbie was number 5, Tracy McComb is number 3, Pat, number 2, and Loretta, 3, while she's been on vacation. What's up with that, girl? All right, unit recruiting, we have Christy Jackson, Carrie Rubicki, Debbie, and Tracy, all with 1. Congratulations, sales breaks a tie. So whoever had the highest personal sales last week is how that is ranked. All right, and then team recruiting, we have Sarah Weaver, Amy Gardner, Pat, myself, and Loretta DeCenzo Tiber. And then org recruiting. All right, we have Amy Gardner coming in at number 4, Bonnie Alexander, myself, Par Excellence, and then Loretta DeCenzo Tiber. So congratulations, everybody, on all of our week 3 successes. So that's awesome. All right, so let me see if I can find Rebecca. Oh, I see. Yeah. All right, so we invited Rebecca to come on and talk to us for just a couple minutes. She shared some shine the other day, just in time for our popcorn maker. So we just kind of wanted to highlight her and have her share with us just a little bit about the stuff that she did share on the Champion Team page. So take it away, Rebecca.
All right. Hello. Thank you for inviting me. So I love national holidays. They're my favorite. I have a blast on my VIP group. So I like to ask lots of questions. And if I have a lot of questions and I like to give a nice gift away, and since it's popcorn, I have lots of the Datsable Juniors. So I'm going to give one of those away. And everybody knows, I say in my VIP group that, answer the questions, make comments, have fun with it, and people get into discussions, so it's a lot of fun. So just find and make sure you interact with them when they're. So one of my first ones was so how many foods failed the explosion test before the popcorn? Like on this one here, because I put everything, it's already I scheduled it all in the schedule in my VIP group and my parties. And I asked, when was popcorn invented, and if you go through Google, there are so many different things with that. So have fun with this. It's fun because you think about it. Really, how did they figure out popcorn is going to explode like that? And then the other one was, which side are you on? Microwave popcorn, movie popcorn. And on this one, I also put maybe you like popcorn other places. But if they say they like movie popcorn, maybe say, where do you like to watch? What's your favorite movie? Or what movie theater do you go to? Do you add add-ins with your popcorn like M&Ms or Reese's? When I went with my friend the one time, she liked to add candy all to her popcorn. Or do you buy microwave popcorn? If it's an older generation, ask them, when did microwave popcorn start? When I was a kid, we made popcorn on this stove because microwaves aren't even invented yet. So, or if it's a younger generation, say, hey, what popcorn do you eat? Or stuff like that. There's all kinds of questions. Or maybe if it's the younger generation, you're going to ask them, do you know how to make popcorn on a stove? Because a lot of them do not. Then my VIP group always likes when I post, what's your name? So what's your popcorn name? Mine was, I looked at this earlier, and of course, it's Lady Wild Sloppy Poppy. So have fun. like this gets so many things with it, and you giggle with them. So, and then the popcorn search, you can ask them, they can take this and they can copy it, and then they can highlight the words. My group loves these. Sometimes they print them off and then they'll post a picture of them after they're done. I have several school teachers that are in my group. They'll take this and they'll give them to like their students and stuff. So share, just have fun with them. Make sure like, and first thing in the morning, my first thing is the roles for the day with if you answer all the questions and everything, you get in the drawing. Also, go live. Like I went live today with some friends and made cinnamon popcorn. Tomorrow I'm doing white chocolate popcorn. Something different for them. I've posted the video of like the butter popcorn. So I want them to see, okay, like a lot of people don't know how to make popcorn on the stove, or they don't have like an air popcorn popper because they take up too much room. So this is perfect. They can put it in their you can store it easy. So that's great. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Rebecca. All right, so we're going to take it straight over to Bonnie, and she's going to share some other little tips with us.
Okay, great. Thanks, Rebecca. We loved seeing all of your ideas and just how easy it is to take a national holiday or one of the theme days that is out there all over the place and turn that into the theme of your week or even your month. We have Valentine's Day coming up, President's Day coming up. We just had Martin Luther King Day. And then we have all of those little days like National Popcorn Day. So building that interaction in your VIP groups and your business pages, that is a way to really connect with your customer base. And as Rebecca showed us, it's so easy to build that relationship. And that's how you generate those long-term customers. And that's where you're going to find that you are going to be able to build your team, start building that unit. And being consistent is really the key. So as I loved hearing Rebecca talk about how she has her stuff already scheduled and she has her rules for the day, and building that consistent interaction and building your business is exactly the same way, whether you're doing your customer calls like that and then using that to turn around. And as you're getting those orders, you can say to them, hey, were you interested in using that order as the first order for your own party? So if you've got some people who are ordering that Wow Pop, that's a great time. Hey, we have some other really great new products, and I would love to share that and maybe even get you some of the new ones for free. Have you thought about getting some friends together? And of course, they can do that online. They can do it in person. They can do a book party. I love the ideas that Pam shared. If you didn't see that on the champion group with all the different party ideas from the rush hour party to the buddy host party, just being able to do all those different party themes can sometimes really get that person who's like, no, to, hey, I'd really like to try chocolate popcorn. What is that about? And turning that into a dating. And then also, it's a great way to build the team because you have people who they are all about whatever's new, right? Well, if they are all about what's new and what's free, that is a perfect recruit lead, right? Those are the people that you put on your list to keep talking. And remember, most of us didn't say yes the very first time we heard about the Tupperware opportunity. Continuing that follow up is so important. So the first time that you ask someone, to join your team, to join us in Tupperware, and they say no, doesn't mean they're never going to say yes. So following up with them and talking to them. So starting with the idea of bringing them in for making money to, enjoy the perks of the personal discount. Then you can talk to them about dating in the party. You can talk to them again, revisit that after their party's over. Hey, now you had two friends that want to have a party. You saw how easy it was. Have you thought any more about joining us? So just continue to be really consistent in your communication can make all the difference in the world. And this is a good time. We have so many great rewards. Do you know somebody who loves the Stack Cooker? Have you followed up with them? Do they know they can get the Stack Cooker for $12? Are they somebody who follows your recipes and they talk about how much they love that product? Or maybe they have one and they want a new color, or they have a child who is grown up, maybe they're going to college, maybe they're getting married, and they'd love to be able to gift that product to them. We know the pressure cooker is coming on sale in February. So building those relationships, talking to people about joining your team, dating those parties, it all just comes together in a great way. And also, don't forget to follow up with people that love our modular mates. Using that search function when you're in your view order screen, putting in modular mates in there and seeing what pops up, and then going back and following up with the customers who ordered modular mates from you in the last 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. See if they're ready for some more. Did they see we have a new color choice? All that consistent follow-up is really going to build your business, and that will help you to go on to have a fantastic finish to January. And we're going to have some fun things coming up here with our sales challenges to finish out the month. And stay tuned, because there just might be a recruiting offer, a new special that you're going to. One other thing I thought of. I don't know about you guys, but I've heard a lot of people needing warranty help right now. I think they've all organized their cabinets. Those are great people to talk to about joining the business. I had a director, she's no longer with us. Unfortunately, she had health issues, but she came in because she had a lot of warranties. And the person that she was connected to said, you know, you should just join us and do your own warranties. And she came in, and not only did her warranties, she became a director and was a long time seller with the team. So don't be afraid to turn those warranties into orders, into parties, even into recruits.
Awesome recruiting offer that we have right now for Champion. All right, so this is super fun, and these shirts are super cute. So we have these a long sleeve shirt that's right up here in the corner. It's sort of a peachy sort of color, and then we have two crew neck sweatshirts, which are great, especially if you're working shows or parties, and it's like late in the day. I know when I work the fair there, sometimes when the sun goes down, it gets chilly, and I've had to actually break down and buy something out there because I forgot to bring something. So it is always helpful to have things like this, or even this time of year, or in the summer when they have the air conditioning running and you're working at a craft show or something, and sometimes it's just cold. So this is great. So we have this awesome logo wear as a challenge for you. For every recruit you get, you can order a shirt, whether you order a shirt, sweatshirt, you can pick your color, all that good stuff. And we do have a 48-hour challenge for you that anybody you recruit in the next 48 hours, you have free shipping. All right. So this goes through January 20th at midnight. All right. So this is the perfect time to be following up with people and just reaching out to everybody. Reach out to your hosts, reach out to your customers that you love, reach out to people that you just really enjoy spending time with, and you want to invite them into your business so that you can have more connection with them. Right. So that is all very, very exciting. I'll be posting that on Champion just so that you can take a closer look at it and just be able to read all the fine print, all that good stuff. All right, so I'm super excited about that. The thing that I love is whenever there's like a challenge, right? And you might be thinking, you're just like, oh, I try to do those challenges and I can never get anybody to say yes during the window of time of a challenge, and you're frustrated, right? But it starts the conversations. And so just because they don't say yes right now, sometimes that is just putting it in front of them one more time so that the next time you come to them, they do say yes. You know, Bonnie just was talking about consistency in your business, consistency in your posting and reaching out, talking to your customers and doing all those things. That's what I like personally to use these challenges for. And believe me, there are plenty of challenges that I go all in on, and I still don't make the challenge, right? But I just make all the context. There was one time at a Jubilee, I remember specifically, I think everybody that was at Jubilee had a recruit, and I had none. And I was so disappointed. I was so embarrassed. They were like, everybody stand up if you have a recruit. And I was the only one sitting at the table, and it was not for lack of trying, right? And Jim looked at me and he's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, leave me alone. All right. So it absolutely happens, but that doesn't keep me from rising to that occasion every single time we have a challenge. That's just one of the best things, the way to kind of challenge yourself, right? Challenge yourself in the business. And so when Pam puts those things out there or Tupperware puts those things out there, I always just kind of give it all I've got. And sometimes it works out great and I have a ton of results. And other times I don't really have any proof of it other than all the text messages I sent out, all the phone calls I made, and all that stuff. But the next time when something like this happens, I've already, I warmed up that person. I made another contact and I've been able to kind of stay in front of them so that I'm not texting them out of the blue and they're like, wait, Ellen, who is this? Right. So use these things, to just kind of help you keep with that consistency in your business. And sometimes it's going to pan out and sometimes it's not. But the thing that you can control is you, right? You can control your actions, but you cannot control other people's actions or whether or not they say yes to you in that moment. So, all right. So we are going to go to Jeni, and she is going to share us just some of the tools that we have. It's always nice to have a refresher because we have so many tools available to us through Tupperware, through Champion. But sometimes we forget them and then we're like, oh yeah, I should just go there because it's so easy to find things there. So Jeni is going to show us some things. All right, go ahead, Jeni.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some things.
Show us some things.
So this is going to be super quick, and some of you are going to go, I knew that, but I forgot because I know it and I forgot. I'm going to share my screen so that we can go, and we're going to go to some place that should be very familiar to everyone. We are going to the Champion team page. So okay, well, this is weird, but you guys just have to bear with me because this is what happens when I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. So right here, I don't know what this can.
You're good.
Okay, I am seeing all the people that are on and it's hard for me to see, but that's okay. Yeah, don't mind me. So right here on the top, and it's pinned on the top of Champion. Bonnie, quit laughing at me. Right here on the top of Champion, this is what Pam calls our easy button. And all you have to do is hit that and you will get this right here where this little link is. If you click on that, this is what you're going to get. All of these, and these are things that we ask questions about all the time. You ask in your group chat, you're asking your director. Some of the directors are asking other directors because we forget it's here. And one of the first things that's on here is the product alert list. This is something, guys, if you're wondering if something's sold out or when it's going to ship or when those awards are going to come out, you can find it right here. All you have to do is click that button that says product alert list and the whole thing comes out. So here is where my problem is with this is there's something on my screen that I can't get rid of and I can't see the button to push, but I know it's there. But I'm going to come down because the first one I can actually see is the one that says my week. Now, you get the email, right? And mine comes at like 2 minutes after 12 on Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And I go to it, but I am that person. I do not have 10,000 emails in my emails. I can't handle it. So once I read something, I delete it. Well, then come Friday, I want to know what was in that my week. And I'm real bad about going to my trash to find it. But if you come here and click, the my week comes up and you can get everything from the my week right there. You get this thing and you have to wait a minute because but see, and it's brand new. And it updates, this easy button updates every Wednesday at noon. The guy that does this particular thing updates it every Wednesday at noon. So it's all the new things. It's all the new sales, like, there's the popcorn thing right away. And then you go back up here and all you have to do is click out of these at the top. See these little things up here at the top? If you just click out of those, then you get everything back, okay? The current sales are in there. So if you're wondering if something's on sale now or when it's going to be, there's the current catalog and the current brochure. When we're wondering I have people ask me all the time, can you send me the current sign-in current sign-up bonuses? What are the kits? They're right here, guys. They're right at the top of the champion page, all of them. And they're in every language. So don't worry about that when you get going. But you right there, the intro kits start for $25. And it just goes down. There's the Spanish ones. I believe there's French ones down here if you just keep going. So if you're, talking to people that want choices, there you go. And then when you go back, okay, you've got your host offers, and those are all current. Your sales aids and samples. If you just want to know real quick if something is a sample, just click on that button and they will come up. All the pictures. There's where and the numbers for them, which is nice. Okay. If you're looking for that sample number, or if you're wanting to know if something's a sample, it's all right here. Those are all the current catalog samples. And the ones that will be coming out, which is also nice. So there's just all kinds of things on here, and we need to remember that this is here. It just makes it so simple. I love this one, recipes. If you're looking for something to demo real quick, or you want a recipe to go with the product, you click that recipe button and you get all of Tupperware's recipes. There's some popcorn recipes, guys. If you're looking for popcorn recipes for this week, there they are. So it's very, very simple. It's so fun and fast and easy to find. It's right there on the top of Champion, and it changes all the time. It's always current. So instead of getting frustrated because you can't find something, just remember that Pam she pays for this easy button so that we can find it easy and we can go right to it. And you can tell your new people, when these new recruits, because you guys want that shirt, right? So when you get that shirt and you add your people onto Champion, make sure they know this is there. This will make their life simpler and ultimately your life simpler, because they will be able to find the answers to all those questions right there on Champion. Okay, so I figured out how to stop it. I still don't know how to get rid of
I'm
that.
super impressed by you. Well done, Jeni. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Hey,
Thank
Jeni,
you.
while you're there, do you want to do a couple drawings for us real quick?
Yeah, but I really want to get rid of this thing and I don't know how to do it.
Well, that I
It
cannot
just
help you
won't
with.
go away. But yeah, we can do drawings. I'm looking at all the participants and I don't know why I can't make them go away. Not that I want you to go away, but I just would, I don't know.
Yes,
Okay.
Debbie, I forget about it too. When she said she wanted to train on this tonight, I was like, oh yeah, the easy button. All the time. And then when she said the product alert just now, and she's like, and the product alert's right there, I was like, yeah, I'm the director that asked the other directors.
I was
I'm
not
not
mentioning
alone, but I'm
names. I was
definitely one of
not
them.
mentioning names at all. I did not do that. So yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Jeni.
Okay, let's do share the shine. So we have a bunch for January, you guys. You guys are doing great on this share the shine thing, and they're so much fun. So let's do this one. Chris Dunham.
Nice. Congrats, Chris. She was on earlier. Hopefully she's still on.
Okay, you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We have 4 drawings, and then the I don't know if we have guests on tonight or not. We'll find out from Jessica in a little bit. And then the attendance one. So we'll do 2 now and then 2 later, because
Sounds good.
I have the drawings, so we can do them whenever I want to do them. Okay, so I like this one. Let's do the parties up one, because you guys are doing great keeping that updated. The parties that were from last week dropped off. So if you have more parties, make sure that you're putting them up there as you get more, because it's for the next 4 weeks. It's not just January. It's right now, it's for the last 2 weeks of January and the first 2 weeks of February. So put those parties in there when you get them. And we've got quite a few of those too. And you get your name on here one time for every party you put in. So, if you have a bunch, Bonnie had quite a few at one point. I was just like, oh, well, look at her actually doing all of this stuff.
I think her sales are reflecting that quite a few.
Yes, I believe they are. Okay, and so our parties up winner is Debbie Cosgrove.
Yay, congrats, Debbie.
Okay, all right, Ellen, you go ahead and do something else
Awesome.
while I write this
I
down.
will. I'll do my thing next. All right. So, a couple quick announcements. Tomorrow, I believe the coupon for the skillet. So for the first round of people that earn the skillet in the consistency award, that cast iron skillet. I think that coupon loads tomorrow. So don't be mad at me if it doesn't, because sometimes Tupperware does that to us, right? But it's supposed to load tomorrow, right? So that's super exciting. And then something else I just kind of wanted to put out there for everybody. On February 1st, right? That is the first Thursday of February. How convenient, it actually falls on the 1st. That doesn't happen to us very often, does it? We are going to be doing a host and guest or a host and customer appreciation night here on that Thursday. Now, it is going to be from 7:30 till about 8, and then we will have our normal rally time and training and recognition and all that good stuff. So definitely start thinking about any of your hosts from this last quarter in December, in 2023. And then also here in January, we have not done a host and guest appreciation night in quite some time. So think about your VIP customers, think about people again that you've talked to about the business before. Think about your hosts, right? So we will have some drawings and fun things like that for your hosts. And we will keep you posted on that kind of stuff. And then also people that, we're going to be talking about the business. This is to help recruit your hosts into the business, because your hosts are your number one prospect in this business, right? And so are your customers that just like absolutely love Tupperware, right? I have a party coming up this week, and it is with it's with the bus driver's wife, because I gave the bus driver Tupperware for a Christmas gift, and then she's like, and then he came back, and we were the first day back from break. He's like, "Can I have a book? My wife saw the Tupperware and now she needs a book." And I was like, "Yes, you may." And then she called me and was like, "I want to do a party. I'm so excited that you're here." And I'm like, "All right, you're right." And so she's somebody that I'm going to invite, because she loves Tupperware. She loves it enough to like seek me out, right? So you want to make sure, go ahead, make your list. What I always like to do is I like to open up my calendar, whether you have a paper calendar or a digital calendar. Open that up and take a look, and look at the names and just start texting people, right? Whenever I need to date parties too, that's the first place I look, is my calendar. I look to see who postponed parties. I look to see who canceled parties. I look to see who had a great party. I look to see anybody that hasn't partied with me in 6 months, right? And I start going back. I'll go to past calendars and be like, who partied with me last January, right? And so it's the same sort of thing when it comes to your inviting people to these guest events, and let us do the work for you, right? We want people to come in, see us. We'll have some sort of a demonstration, and then probably just share a story about the business and how it's impacted somebody, and just make the invite. But we will definitely have drawings for our guests, for our hosts, and for people on. And then once we do our drawings, we'll invite them to stay if they would like to just kind of take a sneak peek at what a rally is like. And then we'll kind of go into things. So mark your calendars. February 1st, we will be starting at 7:30. So start making your list, right? And start reaching out to people. So, all right. So I have a fun little training that I want to talk to you guys about. I'm probably going to be reading off my paper because my mind's a little weird today. So as you hear, I keep like getting all tongue tied. So I'm going to talk to you about 2%, right? And sometimes people talk about the top 2% or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about taking it 2% further, right? So kind of like the power of one. We've talked about that, the power of one more phone call, one more this, one more that. Well, this is talking about 2%, and making that 2% improvement in your business, yourself, whatever it is, every day, right? And striving to make that 2%. I'm not saying go 100% every day, all day. I'm saying 2%. 100% leads to burnout, okay? But if you're building on that 2%, soon, like what you're doing just becomes the norm, and then you take it 2% further, okay? So I'm super excited about this. I was listening to this training, and they talked about this 2%, and then they also talked about your thought spiral. And I was like, "Oh, my thought spiral." And they're like, "Are you spiraling up or are you spiraling down?" And I was like, Yeah, I definitely can spiral down, right? We refer to the rabbit hole, going down the rabbit hole, right? I'm sure many people have heard that expression before. That's a lot of times when your thoughts are spiraling down. You're in this negative downward spiral of just like, oh my gosh, well, if I do this, then this is going to happen, and then that's going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And you just can't like break the cycle, right? And so we're going to talk about that too when it comes to your belief system. And so it's really important that positive talk. And this is also where that 2% comes in. If you're trying to change your thoughts, right? Because your thoughts become things, right? And it kind of dictates where you're going and where where you're headed, but also where you want to be, like how you want your day to go. I mean, there have been many times I have gotten out of bed and got out on the wrong side of the bed, kicked the door, did, all these things. And I'm just like, I need to start this day over because I'm starting to do the spiral. I'm just like, well, of course I stepped in a puddle because I kicked the door this morning when I got out of bed, and it just kind of keeps going. And so you can change that with that 2%, right? So you can try to be 2% more positive. You can try to do 2% more work towards your business. You can try to do those things and think about what it is that you can do right now that is going to be 2% more than you did the day before or than you did in the last 6 hours, right? 2% more positive. I'm not saying you got to be Mary Sunshine, right? I'm just saying that you can, when you catch yourself doing those things, flip the script, right? And so it's interesting because the belief system and your belief system positively affects the action that you take. And that is huge. And I don't think I know personally there are things that have come up for me that I realize that it goes back to my belief system. I can be as positive as I can be on the surface, but if I don't believe, like if I don't truly believe that it's possible, I am wasting my time. I'm wasting my time. And so it's so important to realize that and allowing that positivity to affect your results, right? And so that belief, you think about it, so your belief system and that positively affects your action that you take, and that will affect your results, getting you good results, right? Which makes you believe automatically get stronger. Your belief gets stronger because you have those good results. So I'm going to give you the opposite example, right? Because it's easier to give an example of a negative spiral, right? And that affects your belief system because you're proving yourself right over and over in this negative spiral. So let's say I wake up and I'm like, I am going to run a marathon. Go ahead, laugh. If anybody knows me knows I'm not going to run a marathon, but all right. So I wake up, I'm like, I'm going to run a marathon. And I call Jeni. I'm throwing you under the bus. I call Jeni. I'm like, Jeni, I'm going to run a marathon. She's like, what? You're going to run a marathon? And she laughs. And then she's just like, that's going to be really hard. And that's going to hurt. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go run a marathon. Right. So the next day, instead of doing 2% towards getting myself conditioned for a marathon, I go 100%. And I go and I work out for 2 hours. Right. And then the next day I wake up and I can't move, right? Because I don't work out for 2 hours. I can't move. And I was like, wow, this really hurts. This really hurts, right? So what Jeni just told me, right? Now I'm like, yeah, she's right. This hurts, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go 100%. I'm gonna do it again, right? And then I do it again. And then the next day I wake up and I'm just like, this is really hard, right? And so all of a sudden, this thought that Jeni put into my head, I'm starting to prove right because I'm starting to be like, oh, she's right. This is hard. And it does hurt. And then next thing I know, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. That was a bad idea. I don't know what I was even thinking, right? And so, however, the way that you can adjust that belief is you can say, okay, I'm going to run a marathon and it's going to be great. Like it's going to be great. And I'm going to be so proud of myself at the end of this. Right. And so a way to kind of adjust that belief is to already think about where you're going and have that. And that's where, you know, we talk about vision, your why, all those things. That's why we do the pillowcase, right? That's why we have, I was looking to see my things in the other room. That's why we, you know, make our vision boards, right? And so when I'm thinking about a marathon, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to feel so accomplished because I never thought I would ever run a marathon. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be really proud of myself just for finishing that race. That's amazing, right? And that's the way I'm going into it. Except instead of going 100%, I go 2%. So I start with a 20-minute walk. Okay. I start with a 20-minute walk. It feels good. And I'm like, wow, this feels good. I'm going to check that off my list. I did a 20-minute walk today. Right. And the next day I'm going to do 2% more. And so I'm going to do maybe a 25-minute walk, maybe a 30-minute walk. Right. And so I keep inching, and each time I'm feeling better and better and better. So my spiral's going up, and I'm believing like, wow, this does feel really good. This is going to be great when I finish it, right? And so it keeps going up and keeps going up and up, and I keep proving myself right, right? And so you can prove yourself right in a negative way, but you can also prove yourself right in a positive way when you have a clear vision of where you want to go. And you take those baby steps every day to get there. And so it's compounding effect, right? We see it. People talk about it with money all the time, but it's in our lives too. The compounding effect of making the right choices on what you're eating, the compounding effect of that 2% more in your mission to run a marathon, right? But in our business, what that looks like is you have this clear belief of where you want to go this year in your business. I have a clear belief that I want my organization to grow by $1 million this year. We've never done that before. The most growth we've ever had is $200,000. And I'm like, we're going to do $1 million because other people have done it. And there's no reason why I can't do it. The only reason why I can't do it is if I believe that it's not possible, and then I start proving myself right day in and day out. I go 100%, I burn myself out, and then I just stop taking that motion towards it. But the way that's going to happen is by 2% every day, right? The 2% is today I'm going to call 2 people on my team, and I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to ask them what their goals are, and I'm going to do this, right? And I'm going to reach out to those people. The next day, I'm going to call 2 more people, right? And then 2 more people, and then 2 more people. And then it might get, I'm like, wow, this is really easy and it's really exciting. I'm going to call 4 people. I'm going to call 5 people, and it keeps building. And the reason why it's compounding is because the 2 that I called initially, I don't need to call them back right away, right? We got the conversation going. Now I can do short little things and texts and encourage them. Or maybe they were like, oh, I'm just not that into this anymore. And I'm like, hey, fine, not a problem. I'll take you off my list. I'll check in with you in a couple months, right? And so that way I'm not wasting my time, with somebody who doesn't want to be bothered right now with it. But I don't know that unless I take that 2% every day and start reaching out. So that's my goal, but maybe your goal in the business is to just get more consistent, right? That's what success looks like to you. Success, you're like, I would be so proud of myself if I consistently did at least 2 parties a month. That is an incredible goal, right? That's an incredible, incredible goal. And so what does that look like? That means 2%. Your 2% might be reaching out to 5 people and just texting them, calling them, whatever your means of communication is, and just reaching out to them and being like, hey, are you interested in doing a party? Of course, it wouldn't be like that, but whatever it is your connection is with them, and start the conversation going and ask them about a party. And so those 5 say no to you. That's okay, because the next day you're going to do 2% more. So you're going to call 5 more, right? And those 5 might all say no to you. And that's okay, because now you're going to call 2 more. But the thing is when people say no to you, does the conversation end there? Or do you say, hey, can I put you on my maybe later list? That's the compounding effect, right? Because as these people are saying no to you, you're creating this sub list of people to reach back out to the next time you have an offer. So bringing it back to our recruiting offer that we're doing right now with Champion, right? So as you're reaching out to these people and they're just like, now's just not a good time, say, well, do you want me to keep you on my list? I can always kind of keep you updated on things that are going on with Tupperware, just in case the next time it is the right time. And just try to start getting that maybe later bit list built. So then the next time we have a big recruiting offer, or in 2 weeks when we're doing our appreciation night, you can message those people and say, hey, would you like to tune into this and be my guest? We're doing some drawings. We're going to have a cooking demo, and you can just hear a little bit more about the business. So then that way, when the time is right, you can make an informed decision. I know the answer is no right now, and I'd love to do that. I love to take it away. I love to say, I know you're not interested right now, so no pressure. I just would love for you to just come see the recipe and just be my guest. Maybe you can win something, right? And so, but that's what you're doing. That's what that looks like. That's what 2% might look like for you. But you're creating that list. That's the compounding effect of the build on this 2%. Because each day you're going to do a little bit more and a little bit more. And then next thing you know, you've got this list. You when people talk about list of 100s, you're going to have a list of like hundreds and hundreds of hundreds. Okay. And so, and then that way, when we do have offers, people will be like, wow, how did you get 5 recruits in this 24-hour period? And you're like, well, I've been working on those 5 recruits all year because every day I reach out to people and they tell me no. But I get them on this list so that when we do have a really great offer, I can then reach out and I'm not starting at 0, just sitting there going, my cousin said something about wanting some extra income. And what was that host name from January? She was so cute. She had the blonde hair. She was so nice. I can't remember. You have this list ready to roll. So I hope that helps. And I hope that you the next time you catch yourself starting to go in that downward spiral, you need to adjust your beliefs and you need to get clear on your vision and you need to be excited about moving towards that vision and just really get in as many senses as you can attach to that vision so that you can just already know it. You already know it's happening. You know what that feels like. You know the pride that you have when you hit this goal, whatever it is. And like, and it's funny because I've been doing this visualization like workshop and it's really interesting because there's like it's gotten me so good at creating like the vision in my head. When I kind of like stop the meditation on this vision, I'm almost like, crap, I don't have it yet. Like, because I truly believe like I'm in the moment. I'm just like, oh, this feels so good. And my bank account's full. And like all these things like come and snap out of it. I was like, oh, not there yet. I better get to work. Right. But I believe that it's definitely happening and it's coming, but it's not going to come if I don't keep doing that 2% over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Just the 2%, not the 100. I've tried that. It does not work. It just gets you burnt out, right? And frustrated. And that's when you give up. And that's like they say it's like the plant growing, right? And then you're just like, this doesn't work. And then it stops just before it's about to break through because you're tired, right? You've been like, I'm doing all the things every day forever and nothing's happening, right? But that 2%, it almost becomes a game, right? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I was super excited to share it. When I heard it, I was like, oh my God, this is such good stuff. I'm like, and I am so guilty of all of this. And that always makes for good training, right? Because the trainer learns the most. So guess what? No, just kidding. All right, awesome. Okay, so that is what we have for tonight. We got to do our drawings with Jeni. So I'm going to bring Jeni back on the screen. I love it. Don't forget to do your ahas after this. We'll post something. Right, Jeni? Yeah, we'll post something.
Something.
We'll post something. You'll find it. All right. So, and I will post the graphics so you can look at that for the shirts and stuff. I hope you're excited about that. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping I can snag a couple. I'm gonna keep working.
And just for the record, Ellen, if you want to run a marathon, I got you. I will tell you how amazing it is, but even better, you want to hit 1 million this year? I definitely believe you can do that. So I got you. There you go.
Working on it.
Okay.
All right.
So Saturday, Pam put up an comment post for Pam Swag for you to tell her how you were building your business that day.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we
I
got,
remember I did that.
yeah, you did. Your name's
I
on
don't do a
there.
lot of those. I
It's
see
on
them, I
there.
read them and stuff, but I want other people to win, so I just don't.
I actually saw that you did it and I was like, huh.
Look at you.
Look at her getting her name on the list. So anyway, we do have quite a few names on the list and we are going to hit this randomizer button and it is going to be
Kimberly Gadd.
Kimberly Gadd.
Congrats.
So
I think she's on. I
let
think
me
I saw her.
see, it takes me a minute because I have to write these down. And remember, guys, to message Pam tonight with your address, tell her you won. She couldn't be on tonight, but she is gonna watch afterwards. So she does watch afterwards. So we really do kind of have to behave ourselves. But
She doesn't watch TV, she watches us.
I know, that's that's the whole thing. So yeah, message her your address and tell her that you won because she will be very happy that you got that. All right. And then the last one is, oh, Team Night Ahas from last week. And there were a lot of those too. So let's see where that goes on here. And we have
Renee Hart.
Renee Hardway, and I'm going to have to go on mute, but Renee Hardway, and then you guys do the attendance drawings and the guest.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, guests, do we have any guests, Jessica? I think
We
there's some.
do. We have Michelle with Pam Callahan, and we have Christina, who is with me.
Excellent. All right. Okay. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. It's 2.
All right, that's Christina. Congratulations,
right.
Christina.
Congratulations. All right. And then we have 32 people on. So let me just do that. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 32. It's 14. So that's on my screen. So you gotta wait a second. 5, 10. It is. All I see is it's Pam, not Pam Callahan. The other Pam. I can't.
Pam Green?
Yeah, I see your face. Pam Green. I couldn't, my mind went blank at the last name, and I'm just like, but I see her right there. Congratulations, Pam. Awesome. Oh, very good. Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. I'm super excited. We will see you next week, same time. But don't forget to start making that list for our host and guest appreciation and get them on so that so that we can appreciate them and maybe they could win something. So but yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Hi guys.